Yo, I've been ghosting you cause I'm working. Like, what do you really expect? Money obsessed, cute and sweet, okay, I love how you dress. Man of your talk, give me respect. It's hurting you cause I got the effect. Man of your talk, give me respect. Don't let this shit get to your head.
Alright guys, it's Monday, March 2nd, and I kind of just want to go over what my plan is for today. So the first thing I'm going to do is record a video for my business channel, and if you guys don't know already, I have a separate YouTube channel where I share business advice about personal branding, etc. It's basically there to be a lead source for my program brand launch. And yeah, after I finish recording that video, I want to edit it, get it posted onto YouTube. And also another part of my plan today was to start recording the vlog, which I'm doing right now, as you can see, obviously. But this week's gonna be pretty busy because I have officially started my lock-in, my grind mode. I have to start working 10, 12-hour weeks. You know, last week was my first week off of work. I was working about 6 to 8 hours a day, just trying to get myself acclimated to being full-time on my business, focusing full-time on my business and not having that 9 to 5 anymore. But now this week, things are getting serious. It's complete grind mode, so it's gonna be a fun week. Let's get right to it. I'm done recording a video for my business channel, and I think one of the most difficult parts about recording these videos, especially the informational ones that I post on my business channel, is just trying to memorize what I'm gonna say and remember everything that I wanna say in the videos, because I have my notes right next to me, but at the same time, I don't wanna be looking over at it while I'm trying to record. And you know, it's just difficult to memorize everything you want to say because, I don't know, I've really always been kind of a quiet person, so just talking for like 10 minutes straight is kind of new to me still, even though I've been recording videos like this for quite some time. It's just like, it's new to me. Because really when I used to record my old photography videos on my old channel I was never really consistent with it, so I never really built that repetition of recording videos and just talking. Like right now I'm just talking off my head, obviously there's no notes or anything like that. That's something I definitely want to work on though, because I want to be able to sit there and just share my knowledge straight to the camera without having to look at my notes and remember what I want to say. It's not necessarily that I don't know what I want to talk about or know what I'm going to say, it's that I forget while recording because I'm so focused on making the video perfect. So I think if I can just stop focusing on perfectionism like I did with the video today, I kind of just focused on not making it perfect and instead just getting it done. I think that will go a long way to helping me get better over time. And really, I'm just trying to pump out as many of these videos as I can right now because I have this short time frame where I have this money saved up and I want to make this work and be able to get clients from my videos, because I want to get more inbound clients instead of outbound clients, because it really will just make things flow better in my business and give me more time to work on content.
It's not fair. How you just gonna take off your clothes and sit right there? There you go. That's it, that's it, that right there, right there. How you just do whatever you want.
So it's about 8 p.m. now. I just wrapped up editing, as you can see, and the video's uploading to YouTube. But it's been a long day of recording and editing, so I think it's time for me to go eat dinner now. I'm gonna get ready for bed, and then I'm gonna plan out my day for tomorrow and add a few more things to my calendar. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning. Well, I know it's funny, when I was just recording those videos, I realized that this clock is wrong and that clock is wrong. It's really not 3:59 or 6:17. Got my coffee and I'm ready to start working. I'm headed back to my office right now. Like I was talking about yesterday, I plan out every single day what I'm gonna do the night before. And as you can see, I have it written right here on my whiteboard. And also I like to write it in my journal. It's right on the desk in front of me, and also in my Notion, as you can see behind me, which I'll go over in a second. But basically, doing this is so beneficial because it saves you that procrastination of thinking in the morning, what am I gonna do today? And what am I gonna accomplish today? That was one of my biggest problems. I would waste hours trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the day and what I wanted to accomplish for the day. And half the day would be gone by the time I figured it out. And it would kind of just be a mess in my head trying to figure out, oh, do I want to do this today or do I want to wait till tomorrow or next week to do it? But when I plan things out the night before, I use all that time that I would spend procrastinating, thinking, planning it out then rather than in the morning when my brain is most productive, and that's when I have my deep work session. I wake up at 8 in the morning and begin work at 8:30, and I do deep work from 8:30 to 12:30. So I need to be productive during that entire time because that's my most focused session of the day. And if I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do for the day, that wastes half of that time, which it's not worth it. So let me show you on my Notion exactly what I've written down. I'll also show you on my whiteboard what I've written down for the day. Okay, so if we go to my Notion right here, you can see that I use this to track almost every single thing in my life. I have my business on here, I have all my content planning, I have my goals, I have my personal stuff. But right now I want to show you my to-do list right here. This isn't exactly where I plan out everything I'm gonna do for the next day. It's rather like everything I need to do. This goes all the way up to April with tasks. But I have the task at hand that I need to do right here and the due date. And sort of what I do is I pull things out based on their due date and either write them on my whiteboard or my journal so I know what I'm doing for each day. And another thing I like about this is I can keep track of the percentage I've done of a certain task and how far I am to completing it. Maybe in a future video I'll go more in depth on my entire Notion and what's in it. Another cool thing I've added here is being able to see the percentage of the task I've completed, and it links with my calendar right here so I know on the certain days how far I am to completing a certain task. Anyways, I might go more in depth on this in a future video, specifically my Notion and how everything works together, but I want to talk about how I plan out my days. And as you see on my whiteboard over here, I've written everything down that I have to do for today, which is March 3rd. So on my whiteboard, I write down everything I have to do for the day. And then in my journal, I write down the 3 most important tasks that I really need to focus on. Because in my journal, every single night, I'll write a reflection in there of how my day went, what I need to work on, the things I need to focus on. And I always make sure that those 3 things that I've written in my journal are done every single day. Because obviously sometimes I'll over plan and I'll write things down on my whiteboard that I can't complete for the day because certain tasks take longer than I expected. The 3 most important tasks that I write in my journal, those are non-negotiable and have to get done every day, even if it means losing sleep or staying up later to make sure that I get them done. I would say the way that I use all 3 of these to go about my day is I first look at my journal to make sure I get those 3 things done within my heavy work block in the beginning of the day. And then I move over to the whiteboard to make sure I complete any other tasks I haven't completed yet. And then I look at my Notion if I have extra time to see if there's anything I can get ahead on or catch up on. Obviously, as I find more things to add to my to-do list, I add them into Notion. From there, I can pull and put them on my whiteboard or into my journal on the days that I need to get those things done. Bro, this stuff smells so good. It's called Bleu de Chanel. It's a pretty expensive cologne, but it really smells good. It is getting pretty warm here in California now. It's almost spring. I think it's about a week out. And just last week it was freezing cold. I was wearing jackets, but now I'm wearing short sleeves because it's 80 something degrees outside. And I'm sure next week it's going to be in the 90s. The weather's really weird here in California. It will flip super quick. One week will be winter and the next week it'll be 90 degrees. It just keeps rotating. As you can tell, our weather's pretty weird here in California. I know people will say this is like, that's the best weather. It's a good vacation spot, but really the weather's just kind of a rotating cycle here. It'll be hot, then it'll be cold, then it'll be hot, then it'll be cold. It never stays consistent. But enough of rambling about the weather.
I met her last week, sliding through the cold back streets. I don't know who you, but you know me.
Currently installing my desk light where it's supposed to go. I had it back there on that laptop stand, but I'm putting it back on my desk now. Should be good now. Why isn't this working? Oh shit, I don't even have it plugged in. There we go, it should be good now. So, one of the things I really want to invest in is a better camera because I'm currently using my iPhone, and let me tell you, it's a real pain to try to record on your iPhone, to set it on tripods, because your phone's meant to be a phone. It's not meant to be a camera. Even though it has a great camera on it, it has actually pretty good quality. It's just, you know, you can get by using your phone, but I would rather have the camera because, one, the quality is very good on iPhones, but it would look much better on a professional camera. And as well as that, it's just so much easier to use. It's so much easier to organize your footage and have it all in one spot instead of mixing it with your personal photos on your iPhone, trying to edit it off your phone. Well, I edit it on my computer, but a lot of people use their footage they record on their iPhones and they edit it on their phone. It's just so much simpler to have a camera, and I really want the Osmo Pocket 3, which is this handheld vlogging camera. But being 100% real and honest with you guys, I can't afford to be making an expensive investment into a camera like that right now, because I realistically only have 4 to 5 months of savings, and if I'm going to take out of my savings, then that shortens the amount of time that I have to make my business work, to get clients into my business, and be able to have a sustainable income so I don't have to go back to a 9 to 5. And really, it just motivates me more and more, realizing that I need to make this work. There's no other way. Like, I can't sit here and wake up one day and be lazy. No, every single day has to be grind, grind, grind. I only need 1 to 3 clients a month to sustain the income I was making at my old job. It's really doable and really realistic, but that can only happen if I put the work in, because it is up to me to make it happen. Nobody else is gonna make it happen except me, and that means I have to show up every single day. So it's been about 2 weeks since last time I recorded, and I've just had like this little insecurity the past 2 weeks that the stuff I'm recording might be boring for some people to view, because I felt like it was getting kind of repetitive, just sitting in my office and talking about what I was doing, because most of my days are just me working, recording content, and just DMing, messaging people, trying to get clients for my business. And I just came to this realization today that no matter how much I have this insecurity in my mind, I need to just press record, because that's valuable stuff, and it's just a valuable part of my journey and things that I need to be documenting rather than overthinking it. I'm just thinking too much about what to record instead of just pressing record, and I feel like that's one of the most difficult things about documenting in public, building my business in public. It's just, I'm not used to having a camera on me at all times. You know, I'm kind of a private person, I'm an introvert, so just sharing everything and always having a camera on me, always having to remember to press record is just kind of difficult for me, because this is my first time recording vlogs like this, and I haven't really done that. So I just feel like I need to get better about remembering to press record and not getting in my head so much about what to record, and just recording everything, whether I feel like it's boring or not. Right now I'm on my way to go pick up my fiance. We're about to go camping with my family for the week, but for me, the goal when I get back home is to actually just start recording everything, because in reality, I just need to get over this insecurity and my need for perfectionism all the time and just press record, because my goal is to document everything authentically, and that means all the boring stuff as well. And I know I say it's boring stuff, and it's probably not boring to a lot of people that are interested in the same things I'm interested in, like business and building something from scratch like this.
It's you from me.
Let's see who can stay on this longer. Oh, this is hard to film while doing this. Hey, that's not fair. Yeah, that one was more difficult when I was on that side. This one feels flatter than that side. Oh, that one's raised, I think. Having fun? Okay guys, so the plan for today is to create my short form content strategy. And the reason I want to do this is because I really need to start leveraging short form content to bring leads into my business, because in my opinion, it really is the fastest way and the easiest way to get eyes on your personal brand and bring people into your personal brand. Don't get me wrong, I love long form content and I think it's the best overall, because you build more of a connection with your audience because they're watching you for longer. And something about just watching YouTube videos, watching long form content just feels so much more genuine and real. I really need to create this short form content now because I am on a time crunch. And as you know, I only have a few months to make my business work, or I have to go back to a 9 to 5 job, which is my worst fear. So I really need to be leveraging all of my opportunities, and that includes creating short form as well as the long form content. So before I get into what my strategy is actually going to be, I want to first show you the Instagram page I used to have, and it actually did quite well. I got about 1,000 followers from it, got a few 100,000 views on a few videos. Okay, I got my old short form account pulled up right now, and I'm actually converting it into my business account, which I'm going to post all those new reels on that will actually bring traffic and leads into my business. But I want to show you what the account used to look like before I delete everything and restart it. So bear with me though, because I'm a one-man camera crew, so I'm going to have to flip back and forth between this angle and a screen recording. So let's get right into it. Okay, as I said, I'm converting this into my business account, so I already have the current handle it's going to have and the bio. So let's scroll down to look at the reels here. So last time I posted a reel on here was about, I think, February 2025. I did this account for about 4 months, but as I said, I got about 1,000 followers on it. I got a few 100,000 views on some of the reels on here. And I was really just making lifestyle content in the past. So I wasn't creating the right content in order to bring leads into my business. And the reason why I have no problem showing my past mistakes as well, like this account was obviously, I made a bunch of mistakes. I didn't succeed at my goal of that account. I just have no problem showing you my past failures and mistakes because we all are human. We all make mistakes. We all fail at times. I feel like it's just a good learning experience for anyone going through the same thing that I'm going through to see that it's not perfect. Building a business isn't perfect like a lot of the content out there portrays. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. There's a lot of failure. There's a lot of correcting your mindset you need to do. There's a lot of times where you're going to feel like absolute shit. You're going to feel like a failure. Trust me, I've been there. You just have to keep going, keep learning, and just keep pushing through everything and keep trying new things. Even if you fail, get right back up and keep trying. Like, I'm not afraid to be vulnerable to you guys because I want to show you the exact process that I'm going through and not leave anything out. That's why right now I've looked back at these videos I'm filming right now. This light's shining right on my face. Like, it's not the best lighting, but I don't care because I'm just filming this authentically. I'm not going to go redo the whole video just to change that lighting. This is real time, and I'm showing you exactly what I'm doing to build my business. Flaws, failures, success, and all. And as long as I can just inspire one person on the other side of this camera, I feel like my mission's complete. And I'm just thankful for anyone that will be watching this, because this is my first vlog right now. And one day, when I'm successful, I'm going to look back at this and see this is where it all began. I had 0 clients. I was broke. I'm sitting in my apartment that I might not be able to pay for in 2 months because I quit my job to go all in on this business. And there's just so much unknown out there. I don't know if this is going to work. You know, it's just kind of making me emotional right now. Okay, we'll stop the video there before I get too emotional.
And the eyes roll back and lights like this, you know. If we let up, don't fuck if I can trust myself. If I let up you, still spend this time with you.
I'm back in my office, and with these vlogs, like I said, I want to be completely vulnerable and honest with you guys about everything going on in my life and my business, whether it's good or it's bad or it's a high or it's a low. I want to share everything. And honestly, the past month for me has been a pretty bad low. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, I'm just going to be completely honest here. I procrastinated and I kind of failed myself. I got nothing significant done in my business. And really, I think it's just because I still can't shake this fear of failure. And it makes me procrastinate and not start because I'm so scared if I start that I'm going to fail. And I kind of just lived with that for the past month. And honestly, I'm so mad at myself and I regret it so much right now because like I said at the beginning of this vlog, I only have a few months of savings and I quit my job and I did it so I could work on my business all day and get my first few clients and make this my life to fulfill my dream life. But here I am, again, falling back into old habits where I procrastinate all day. I'm too scared to start and get nothing done. And I'm so mad at myself. Like I said, I don't even know how to explain it. And let me just be clear, the first month after I quit my job, I was so productive. I made my whole plan for my personal brand, all the content I needed to film, my whole content strategy. I built my offer and my website. I did everything that I needed to set myself up for success, everything I needed to set myself up to start getting on sales calls to get my first clients. But when it came to filming the content, doing the actual work, getting on these sales calls, I kind of just froze, and my fear of failing came back to me. And if you've ever tried to do something like this, you'll understand that fear of failure is like, just kind of consumes you, and you kind of procrastinate and ignore it in a way instead of facing the fear. And that's kind of what I've been doing for the past month. And like I said, I completely regret it, and I'm really mad at myself, but I can't take it back. And I know this is bad for me too, because like I said, I only have a few months of savings. I just quit my job, and my plan was to go all in on my business and to make this work in these few months, and I just wasted an entire month. But I can't take that back now, and I just have to move forward. I'm ready to actually put the work in now, and that's what I'm doing starting today. And even though I'm really mad at myself, and this has just been a pretty bad month overall for me, there is some positives that came out of this. One, within a few weeks of being in this state where I was just frozen and did nothing, I realized that there's things I need to change, that there's still things I need to remove from my life in order to be my most productive self and to make this business work. And I started focusing on how I could overcome this fear of failure. And I want to say now today, I'm at a place where I can start actually creating this content and doing the things I need to without that fear of failure consuming me anymore. So that is one positive. The other positive is that I was able to make enough money this month doing little side jobs that the money that I had to spend on rent and all that this month will not really come out of my savings. And my timeline still remains the same. So this month was wasted, but it did not take away from my timeline, which is a positive. All in all, this month really has been a battle for me, trying to actually get myself to do the work I need to do. But like I said, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I'm not going to hide anything. Being an entrepreneur and trying to make this work is hard. A lot of it has to do with your mind, and I feel like just quitting my job and not having one for the first time forever, I kind of got excited about it, and I let myself fall back into my old habits, procrastinating, doom scrolling, playing video games or whatnot. And it just felt nice to have a little break from working for a while. But at the same time, I know I have a job to do. I have a responsibility to live up to everything that I'm talking about. And at this point, I am just done failing myself. I'm done telling myself I'm going to do something and then not doing it. No, it just needs to be complete focus from here on out. No more distractions, none of it. I need to make this work, and I'm going to make this work. With that being said, I feel like this is the perfect spot to end the vlog. It's definitely been a pretty difficult first few months since I quit my job and I started my business. But really, I think my focus now needs to just be doing the work and actually starting to get on some sales calls so I can get my first clients and get enough money before I run out of it. Like, that's my biggest struggle right now. I know I'm going to run out of money eventually, and if I do, I'm going to have to go back to a 9-to-5, and I don't want that. So I need to be serious. No more procrastinating, no more falling back in old habits. But I feel like I'm set up for success now, and I know what I gotta do. I just gotta put that work in and get shit done. Anyways, pretty much what the vlogs are gonna consist of. It's just gonna be me sitting in my office, working, sharing my thoughts, sharing my experiences with you guys. This is just the beginning of my story, because I truly do feel like one day I'm gonna be one of those successful entrepreneurs, and I'll be able to look back on these vlogs and just see how far I've come. And I just wanna thank everyone watching this video right now, because this is my first vlog. This is the beginning of my story, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds.